This is Dan Janowski. Today, he's a graduating man.
He's a graduating.
This is Tony Lynn Hobbs.
Yeah.
She's Dan's girlfriend. She's real nervous.
I'm very hungry too.
She's in her natural state. This
Very hungry?
this is Laura Rogers. She's Tony's friend.
Job. And roommate.
And Tony's roommate.
We live across the street.
She lives across the street.
With Tony.
This is Jeremy.
Yeah.
He's Laura's girlfriend. Whoops.
That's Mike. He's not too swift at times. We like him. Who's this guy?
This is Matt
Matt Didburner.
Didburner.
I live next to Dan, and
Are you any kin to Heather Didburner?
a secret crush on him for years.
Are you any kin to Heather Didburner?
Dan is a big stud.
He's Dan's boyfriend,
Yeah, that's right.
which makes Tony
The other woman.
a polygamist.
Hey, where's Stinky Dicky?
She's down here. And look, it's the cat. Come on, cat. Say hey, I'm a cat. Wave. Oh, got happy cat. Oh, go. Wait.
So how does it feel to be a graduating man?
Oh, good lord.
Oh God.
I thought that was
I think I got a Woody.
It's the guy that lives on it.
Oh God. Lord in heaven. And this is outside of the infamous Buffalo Street. And this is the apartment of which I stayed in this past summer. We are headed to Dan Janowski's graduation soon, I hope. Observe, the front door has no screen. This is Tony Lynn.
Hello. Get out of my face.
And I'm Matt Didburner, and I'm gay.
And he's happy. His graduation is here, okay.
Say, are you seeing it?
I now declare this commencement officially open. Please remain standing for the national anthem led by Carla Gorman, member of the class of 1997. The posting of the colors by the ROTC Color Guard, and the invocation by Scott Knight, also a member of the class of 1997.
Please join me in singing the national anthem.
Did you get me singing on there?
Yes, I did.
You may post the colors.
Dear Lord, we thank you so much for who you are and what you've done for us. Lord, we thank you for this education that you've blessed us with, that you've provided for us. Lord, we pray that you will continually renew us and always be teaching us about your love and your truth. Lord, let our lives be a sacrifice to you. Let our lives be devoted to you. Let all of our thoughts and our words and our actions, Lord, be pleasing to you. Lord, we thank you so much. We praise you once again. In your name we pray.
Please be seated.
Did you do a good job?
Let's go.
Before I pleasure to welcome you to this memorable and special occasion in the life of Longwood College, our December commencement for the class of 1997, and my first year. Commencement is a significant milestone in the life of each degree candidate, and as a parent myself, I know how important this event is to the family and friends who have supported and nurtured these outstanding members of the class of 1997. I offer my personal congratulations to each and every one of you. I have a few words for those of you who are graduating this morning. I thank you very much for your many contributions to Longwood, and I know that the lessons you've learned and values you gained here will prove invaluable as you make a difference in our increasingly complex world. But I hope that this day signifies not an end, but a transformation in your Longwood connections. I anticipate seeing you many times in the years ahead as you visit the campus, as you offer your suggestions, and as you continue your service to your alma mater. No matter what you do or where you go, you will always be a member of the Longwood family. Once again, let me extend my heartiest welcome to the class of 1997 and to your loyal family and friends. At this time, I would like to recognize the members of Longwood's governing board, the Board of Visitors, Mrs. Alice Stowler, Director, Mrs. Dolores Anderson, Mrs. Ann Bays, Mr. Carol Freeman, Mrs. Ada Michaels, Mrs. Virginia Russell, and Dr. Helen Randolph-Stitt. Will they please stand, and will you please show them your appreciation for their countless hours of service on behalf of the college. I would also like to recognize the President of the Alumni Association, Mrs. Mary Tabb Schubert, and the Vice Presidents of the college, Mr. Richard Curley, Mr. Eugene Lyman.
The hard work and compassion of faculty and administrators and the family and friends, we are privileged to help mold lives and to build dreams at Longwood. Today, we have the honor of graduating a distinguished group of leaders who will, I am sure, contribute much to our common good. Congratulations to all of you. And now, Dr. Cormier, on behalf of the Board of Visitors, it is my privilege to authorize you to award the degrees.
The official welcome from the December graduates of the class of 1997 will be given by Mandy Robinson, president of the class.
Welcome Dr. Cormier, Mr. Adams, Mr. Cook, board members, faculty, staff, parents, friends, and most importantly, graduates. The time has come for us to bid farewell to our undergraduate and graduate years at Longwood College. Now is the time for new beginnings. Many of you will go on to further your education or get that real job. No matter where our next journey begins, do not forget the time spent here at Longwood. Remember all of those that have been with you through the good and bad times. Remember the special memories that you have shared with so many that will always make your college days memorable. Don't let this accomplishment keep you from remaining close to the people that have meant the most to you. Plan to share the memories that are yet to come. The conclusion of this ceremony will end a very special time in our lives and open up new chapters. When beginning this new journey, don't forget the secret of living. Make each day a magnificent adventure. Accept the challenges that come your way. Seize each opportunity that you find without concern for what others might say. Experience each day with open arms, savoring both victory and strife, welcoming the good and bad together, for only then will you know the joy of life. Always follow your dreams and seize each opportunity that comes your way. Savor every moment that you are given and never take anything for granted. Hold your college days close to your heart, for yesterday is the past, tomorrow's the future, but today is a gift. That's why it's called the present. Never give up, and most importantly, never stop learning from all of life's experiences. Take an active role and take risks. Best of luck and best wishes to all of you. And on behalf of the senior class, I would like to present these gifts to Mr. Cook and Mr. Adams. Thank you for sharing this session.
And now I would like to call upon the interim dean for the School of Education and Human Services, Dr. Vincent Cibarelli, who will present our candidate for the honorary degree, and our rector, Mrs. Alice Stowler, who will confer the degree.
Madam President, I have the honor to present the degree of Doctor of Letters, honoris causa, Mr. John Randall Cook.
Thank you, and I will now read the citation from Longwood College to Mr. Cook. John Randall Cook, educator, counselor, visionary, philanthropist, and graduate of the Longwood class of 1952. For your outstanding contributions to the education of the youth of both the Commonwealth and the nation. For your singular vision in recognizing the importance of providing guidance and counseling services for elementary youth. For your enthusiasm and perseverance. Mr. Adams is Chairman and Chief Executive Officer of the Martin Agency, one of America's most celebrated and honored advertising agencies. The Martin Agency is one of the largest marketing firms south of New York City. Mr. Adams' executive leadership in assisting such major corporations as Mercedes-Benz, Marriott, Seco, Springs, and Motorola, among others, has been widely recognized. Adweek magazine named Mr. Adams the most valuable player in the Southeast region, and last year he was named Advertising Person of the Year by the Richmond Advertising Club. Mr. Adams is clearly not a stranger to higher education. He has lectured on leadership and current challenges facing American business at colleges around the country, and he has several special connections with Longwood College. In February of 1995, we were privileged to have Mr. Adams as our executive in residence in the School of Business and Economics. His humor, wisdom, common sense, and creativity inspires students and faculty alike. But Mr. Adams' connection with Longwood is not just professional. He is a 1971 graduate of our neighboring college, Hampden-Sydney, and during his time as a student, Mr. Adams met and courted and loved his wife, the former Dolores Bunny Howell, a Longwood graduate of 1970. Please join me in welcoming Mr. John Adams.
Thank you, Dr. Cormier. It is really a great treat, a wonderful to meet you back here. It is true we met when she was a freshman in our freshman year and dated all the way through college. And I remember her graduation day exquisitely well. I remember every detail of it. What I remember most about it is that I was not here. My sister was married on the same day. Our father had died several years before, so I had the great honor of escorting her down the aisle at the wedding ceremony. It was wonderful to be there, and I wouldn't have missed it, but I wanted more than anything else to be here. So for Bunny and me to be here today, to share and to assist a little bit in your graduation means more to us than you can imagine. Thank you for that introduction, Dr. Cormier. I appreciate it. Forgive me, I am going to speak this morning over the heads of the faculty to the students, which will be a novel experience for both of you. Forgive me for that. I think apart from the letter A, advertising and academia have very little in common. But at some point, a point now lost in time, their paths crossed. It was the day when the first graduate put on one of these long black robes, put a square board on his head with some strings hanging off. It has got to have been an advertising person who looked him straight in the eye and said, "No, really, it makes you look smart." Well, for whatever reason, it stuck. And so for generations now, we have donned this regalia to honor intellectual achievement. And so I will say to you this morning, the graduates of 1996, regardless of how you think you look brilliant. Congratulations. This room today divides into three groups, and the connections between between them are so powerful today that you can almost see them in the air. First, front and center, you, who are the focus of our attention and our admiration today. Here on the sides and behind you are your parents and your families, who love you more than you can possibly understand. And I think you will not understand it until some point down the road, a few years from now, when you stand, as I do, with children or with nieces and nephews who are the age you are today. Only then, I think, will you understand the power that is in this room today. Right here, your faculty, your professors and instructors, they have been the Pygmalions of your lives for these last few years. Their sacred work has been to pass on to you the accumulated learning of generations. You have noticed that they are not in it for the money or the fame. They are in it because they love it. They are in it because it is important to them. They would not have missed this day for anything. So that's what they're doing here. Which leads to an obvious question, what the heck am I doing here? Well, I don't know when the tradition of the graduation speaker began, but I bet I know why. I suspect it's because people who run this institution, the people who have had your care in their hands for these past few years, want this beginning to be so wonderful for you that they cannot resist the opportunity to provide for you one more dose of advice. So that's why I'm here. You didn't ask for it, but I'm going to give it to you. So you can think of me as the educational equivalent of your mother, standing on the front porch, waving goodbye as you walk off into the big wide world. Don't forget your coat, stay dry, wear clean underwear, stick close to your friends, all those things. Let me say three things to you today. The first is this. It is very likely that your life is not going to turn out the way you expect it to. Very likely. Your career is not going to unfold in quite the way you have in mind. It's going to be a lot more complicated than that. You're not going to end up looking the way you think you're going to look in a few years. The lifelong friends that you have today, you're going to lose touch with. And you're going to make deep friendships with people who, if you met them today, you probably wouldn't like them very much. And I will tell you that even if your husband or wife turns out to be exactly what you expected, your children will not. I guarantee it. So, things are not going to be altogether what you expected. Aren't you glad I showed up? What I can tell you, though, is that this is good news, because a lot of these things are going to be much better than you expected. And besides that, life is an adventure, and it's so much more interesting than it would be if it were predictable. Now, I say that despite the fact that nobody craves predictability more than advertising people. I promise you that. We spend millions and millions of dollars a year on market research to try to predict what's going to happen. I can tell you, for example, that over the next few years, you are going to be looking for ways to simplify your life, because 20% more of us feel today that life is just too complicated. 20% more of us has felt that way 10 years ago. I can tell you that you and I will probably be a little bit more trusting of some of our institutions over the next few years. A little more trusting of our government, our educational institutions, and even the news media. Why? Because this 10-year slide in the trustworthiness, or what we perceive to be the trustworthiness of those institutions, appears to have finally bottomed out, and in fact may be eking its way back up again. So, we can predict some of those things, and then we have to simply act. And because my colleagues have acted in some right ways here recently, sales of Mercedes-Benz cars are about to reach an all-time high, and Seiko watches are booming, and Wrangler blue jeans are selling like hotcakes and all of that. But it doesn't always work out that way. Just ask the people at the Ford Motor Company who introduced the Edsel. Ask the people who introduced the new Coke, or the Apple Newton, or dry beer. Remember? So things aren't all that predictable. Well, If things aren't all that predictable, you got to buckle your chin strap and just enjoy the ride. What are you going to do when things aren't that predictable? Here's the second thing I want to say to you today. I urge you to listen. Today and for the rest of your life, listen for a calling. A calling is not a job. It is not a profession. It is not a career, although all of those things can be part of a calling. A calling is a life's work, a life's commitment that resonates with the very deepest part of your soul. It may not be joyful work, but it will give you joy. It may not be full-time work, but it will fill you. It may not be peaceful work, but it will give you peace. There's a writer named Michael Novak who says that there are 4 characteristics of calling. The first of those is that it is unique to you. Unique to you. What makes each of us distinctive is the trajectory of our callings, the trajectory of our callings. We're like meteors across the night sky of history. What a wonderful image that is. The second characteristic of a calling, the second important thing to remember about a calling, is that it gives you energy. It renews energy. Have you noticed how some people are energetic and have endurance beyond what you can imagine? It's because they're juiced about what they're doing. Things that would wear you and me out simply renew them, fill them up. Third thing about a calling, it has a couple of preconditions. The first is talent. I used to think my calling was medicine. Then I encountered biology and chemistry. No talent. The second precondition is love. Essayist Logan Pearsall Smith said, one of the greatest tests of a calling is whether or not you love the drudgery of the work. If you love the drudgery, even the drudgery, then you're probably on to something. And the fourth characteristic of a calling, according to Michael Novak, is that it can be very hard to discover. So you've got to get used to that. You know, the fact that we so often associate calling, the term calling, with a religious career, probably results in the fact that we think about a calling, sometimes think about a calling as actually hearing a voice, hearing some voice from outside ourselves, a voice from the sky. John, I want you to go into advertising. Yes, I know you thought it was medicine, but it's not. It's advertising. I think sometimes it works that way for some people, but I don't think that's typical. So how do you know? Listen. Listen. Listen to what your heart says when you are alone and things are quiet. Listen to what your friends tell you, what your family observes about you when you're happy, when you're unhappy. Listen to your daydreams. Listen to that sacred voice that lies inside you. I have to tell you that it may take a while. The writer Joseph Conrad had a very successful career as a ship's officer before discovering writing at the age of 54. Louise Nevelson is a very accomplished, very well-known sculptor. Before she was a sculptor, she was a singer, then she was a dancer, then she was a painter, and finally she discovered sculpture in her mid-40s. Philip Johnson, who designed some of the fabulous buildings, the architect who designed some of the fabulous buildings in New York and elsewhere around the world, became an architect at age 39. Karen Blixen, who wrote Out of Africa, became a writer in her 40s. It doesn't matter when you figure it out. It only matters that you figure it out. The last thing I want to say to you has to do with how you think about yourselves. There is another Virginia college about an hour and a half from here, the Virginia Military Institute. They've been going through some tough times trying to figure out which of their traditions to hold on to, which ones to let go. My father took me to VMI when I was 5 years old. We stood in front of the Stonewall Jackson Arch, and he showed me the words carved in stone above the arch. You may be whatever you resolve to be. And my father pointed to those words and he said, look at these words, son. They're important. I want you to remember them. And I remember I looked up the words, and I looked into my father's face, and I thought to myself, sure, Dad, whatever. I mean, I was 5. But I did remember the words, and I have come back to them through the years. And I will tell you they are true. There is a great temptation in these days and times for us to fall into the temptation of believing that the solution to our problems lies somewhere out there. If only. If only I had more money, if only I had a better job, if only I had different friends, if only people liked me more, if only. It's not true. Here's the deal. The solution to all of your problems and the realization of all of your dreams doesn't lie somewhere out there. It's in here. It's in here. You have everything you need inside you for the realization of your dreams. And you have something else inside you, and that is goodness. You have goodness. You are miraculous in your beauty and goodness. You deserve all of the good things that will happen to you, and you have everything you need to overcome the bad things that will happen. And so, it is a great privilege to me, on behalf of all of these people who care so much about you, to say, don't forget your coat, stay dry, stick close to your friends, and remember that thing about the clean underwear. God bless you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Adams. We greatly appreciate your inspiration, and we are honored that you shared your time and your words of wisdom with us. Not knowing what you were going to say, I'm going to add something else here, and that is that you are yet to have another calling. The calling will be to come and teach at Longwood. And whenever you want to make that change, we will welcome you here with open arms. I now have the pleasure of presenting a Fuqua Excellence in Teaching Award to one of our outstanding faculty members. Thanks to the generosity of philanthropist J.B. Fuqua, we are able to recognize superior teaching in a very tangible way, with a generous check. The recipient is chosen through a balloting process involving all alumni who were graduated 2 years ago and 5 years ago. That is, the class of 1994 and the class of 1991. One recipient from the School of Liberal Arts and Science, who was unable to be with us at our September convocation, is Dr. Edward D. Smith, Professor of Psychology. Would he please now come forward? Congratulations, Dr. Smith. Today, 2 of our graduates are being commissioned into the Army, Ann C. Cathcart and Mark R. Setimo. I would like to ask Major Perry Colvin, Assistant Professor and Chair of the Military Science Program, to please come forward and administer the oath of office.
Thank you, Dr. Cormier. Ms. Cathcart, Mr. Setimo, please stand.
having been appointed an officer in the Army of the United States, indicated in the grade of second lieutenant, do solemnly swear that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States against all enemies, foreign and domestic, that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same, that I take this obligation freely, without any mental reservation or purpose of evasion, and that I will well and faithfully discharge the duties of the office upon which...
First, the Longwood faculty, who honor you by their presence, please rise and receive our applause. Your families, whose support has been vital to your success. Now we want you to stand so we can applaud you. Assisting me in conferring degrees will be Dr. Darrell Poole, Vice President for Academic Affairs, and Dr. Judy Vogt, Assistant Vice President for Registration and Academic Support, and Ms. Kathy Charleston, Assistant Registrar. The names of the graduates will be announced by Ms. Pamela Arkin, Associate Professor of Speech and Theater. Dr. Poole, please introduce the deans of each school.
President Cormier, as Vice President for Academic Affairs, I have the honor of presenting to you Dr. Jennifer Martoya Apperson, Interim Dean of the School of Liberal Arts and Sciences. Dr. Berkeley Farmer, Dean of the School of Business and Economics, and Dr. Vincent Ciparelli, Interim Dean of the School of Education and Human Services. They will present the candidates for degrees from their respective schools in the order they were introduced.
Will the candidates for bachelor's degrees in the School of Liberal Arts and Sciences please rise? President Cormier, on the recommendation of the faculty of the School of Liberal Arts and Sciences, I present to you these candidates for the degrees of Bachelor of Arts, Bachelor of Fine Arts, Bachelor of General Studies, Bachelor of Music, and Bachelor of Science.
Thank you, Dean Apperson. By virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Visitors and on recommendation of the faculty of Longwood College, I confer upon you the degrees of Bachelor of Arts, Bachelor of Fine Arts, Bachelor of General Studies, Bachelor of Music, and Bachelor of Science, to which each of you is entitled with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities pertaining thereto. You may now turn your tassels. Graduates, welcome to the fraternity of educated men and women. May your thirst for knowledge go unquenched in the years ahead. And congratulations on your achievement.
Graduates, please come forward to receive your diplomas.
receiving the Bachelor of Arts degree, Ashley Suzanne Bowker. Adam Keith Brooks. Jennifer Lynn Hall. Holly Nicole Harper. Jennifer Bennett Hicks.
Good, Jennifer.
Amy Sunshine Holmes. Heather Jean Ickes. Jennifer Lynn Jackson, magna cum laude, Longwood Honors. Scott David Knight. Jason Ross Margolis. Lady Michelle Martin, magna cum laude. Shannon Erin McClellan. Marsha Ann McIntosh, cum laude. Alexandra Joan Megan. Laurie Ann Muley. Susan K. Kane, magna cum laude. Amy Denise Perry, magna cum laude. Robert William Postal, Jr. Michael Conrad. Stephen Lee Rawlings. Mark Richard Satimo. Stephanie Alice Sherlock. John Argus Slater. Jessica Ember Smith, summa cum laude. Denise May Sprouse. Vicki Lynn Stricker. Tanya Michelle Taylor. Amy Kim Wickstrom. Receiving the Bachelor of Fine Arts degree, Lisa Marie Goodell, Longwood Scholar. John Kevin Grubbs. Chad Clifton Williams, magna cum laude. Receiving the Bachelor of General Studies, Elizabeth B. Nix, summa cum laude. Receiving the Bachelor of Music, Chelsea Nicole Callahan, cum laude. Carla Louise Dorman, summa cum laude. Christopher Allen Pickett, summa cum laude. Shannon Lee Drumheller, Michelle Monique Easter, Alicia Dawn Edwards, Tracy Lynn Ferris, Amy Lear Gentile Gabrielle, William Clay Hubert, Sarah Elizabeth Green, Benjamin Lynn Hall, Christopher Schukais Hamilton, Ryan Grayson Hampton, Russell Torrance Hancock, Louise Mondre Harris, Laura Ann Keelan, Dawn Camilla Hines, Todd Franklin Hips,
Yeah, Todd.
Ki Woon Pong, Margaret Ann Houston, Amy Michelle Hoybach, Rowena Michelle Hibble, magna cum laude, Carrie Maddox Inskeep, Melissa Lane Ivy, Catherine Ellen Janey, Caroline Lee Johnson, Matthew Anthony Pelch, Amy Ray Gladden, Joseph Crownover, expelled the third, cum laude.
Go, Joe!
Michael Douglas Madden, Hunter Lee Martin, Lee Ann Bazooka, Kim Marie McDonald, Leslie Gail Mihar, Tanya Lee Mister, Stacy Lynn Morton, magna cum laude, Christine Ray Payne, Stephen Todd Pickerel, Carrie Ann Pogorski, Rebecca Michelle Porch, cum laude, Kelly Decker Potter, Adam David Richardson, Catherine Marie Robage, Douglas Robert Rosenberg, Hope Melanie Schneider, Nakia Lee Woods. Joe Andrew Cox.
Graduates, you may be seated.
They have me, so.
I believe the candidate for the degree of Master of Arts is on the platform. President Cormier, on the recommendation of the faculty of the School of Liberal Arts and Sciences, I present to you the candidate who has fulfilled all of the prescribed conditions for the degree of Master of Arts.
By virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Visitors and on recommendation of the faculty of Longwood College, I confer upon you the degree of Master of Arts with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities pertaining thereto. Graduate, the advanced degree which you have received today admits you into the company of scholars. May you bring wisdom into human affairs. Congratulations. Joel Andrew Cox.
Will the candidates for degrees in the School of Business and Economics please rise? President Cormier, on the recommendation of the faculty of the School of Business and Economics, I present to you these candidates who have fulfilled all the prescribed conditions for the degree of Bachelor of Arts, Bachelor of Science, and Bachelor of Science in Business Administration.
Thank you, Dean Farmer. By the virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Visitors, and on recommendation of the faculty of Longwood College, I hereby confer upon you the degree of Bachelor of Arts, Bachelor of Science, and Bachelor of Science in Business Administration with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities pertaining thereto. You may now turn your tests. Graduates, your expertise in the principles of business administration and economics prepares you not only to make a living, but also to make substantial contributions to our society. Congratulations on your achievement.
Graduates, please come forward and receive your applause.
Receiving the Bachelor of Arts degree, Pamela Lynn Farmer. Receiving the Bachelor of Science degree, Ellen K. Cook. Michelle Ann Reeves.
You got it okay?
Candidates with Bachelor of Science in Business Administration, Jessica Dawn Aldringer. Julien Valadez. Ryan Allen Walcom. Aaron Michael Blake. Candice Renee Braswell.
Candy!
me to you got it?
Phoebe Fernando Cole. Benjamin Earl Porter. Gerald Lisa Patrice Evans Kumon. James Addison David Foley. Mary Ann Harper. Fred Douglas Hoffman. Joel Daniel Hurl II. Tiny Matei Kent. Carolyn Jamerson Kumoni. Daniel John Janowski. John David Mulholland. John Stephen Nagel. Andy Todd Newcomb. Mark Burton Pinchbeck.
Pinchlick. All right.
Therese Poindexter. Christopher Thomas Ray. William Ray Smart Jr. Connie Lou Snoddy.
Connie!
Kimberly Holt Sterling. Anthony Jerome Tucker. Christina Renee Williams.
I didn't know she was back.
Christine Noel Wood. Graduates, your dedication to your chosen life's work will benefit our society. Congratulations on your achievement.
Graduates, please come forward to receive your diplomas.
Receiving the Bachelor of Arts degree, Amy Lynn Black, cum laude,
Amy!
and Corbin Cathcart, magna cum laude. Receiving the Bachelor of Science degree, Christy Marie Alderson, magna cum laude. Kendra Jean Bell. Krista Ann Blackburn, magna cum laude. Amy Lynn Bradley. Susan Ellen Bradshaw, summa cum laude. Rhoda Shalita Brown. Jennifer Lee Whitlow. Kristen Laura Wiley. Mary Elizabeth Worsham. Wendy Ellen Yancey.
Will the candidates for the degree of Master of Science please rise? President Cormier, on the recommendation of the faculty of the School of Education and Human Services, I present to you these candidates who have fulfilled all the prescribed conditions for the degree of Master of Science.
By virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Visitors and on recommendation of the faculty of Longwood College, I confer upon you the degree of Master of Science with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities pertaining thereto. Graduates, the advanced degree which you have received today is your passport to social responsibility, as well as to professional success. The lives and the minds of our children and our children's children will be your responsibility to mold into the strengths of our tomorrows. Congratulations.
Graduates, please come forward to receive your diplomas.
Receiving the Master of Science degree, Jennifer Daniel Allman. Eva Hicks Cruz. Carol Jean Currents. Barbara Ann Daniels. Frank Huntley Fulton Jr. Karen Crump Hancock. Shannon Denise Hooker. Wendy Ann Howard.
Yeah, Wendy!
Gerard Francis Lawson. Sherry Lynn Vassar Love.
Master of Love.
Michelle Catherine Marco. Jennifer Patricia McIntyre. Louise Mont Tucker. Sherry Sneed Nutter. Richard Lee Orr Jr. Jane Morgan Wood Ralph. Rebecca Diane Trippy Talbot. Deborah Lynn White. Crystal Jean Williams. Mattie Catherine Bursch Wright. Ashley And now may we have just one more round of applause for these graduates. Pickett of the class of 1997 will lead us in the singing of the alma mater. The words are in your program. Please sing with him. Following the singing, please remain standing for the benediction by Beanie Cole.
Okay, picture down, people.
Dan.
I graduated.
Oh, we got a tassel back.
That kept falling off. Everything kept falling off. Dean's like, you taking Tony with you? Did you hear what Dean Farmer said to me?
All right, do any lights or anything come on? Which that should be on? It's gorgeous. All right, which side should it be on, the left or the right?
I graduated, so it's on the left.
Okay, we take pictures.
Hi, Ryan.
I got hair in my mouth.
Okay, hold on.
All right, Dr. Presto.
Hold up the diploma. You're taking pictures right in the sun. I hope you know they're not going to turn out.
Where's the sun?
Behind you.
I'm going to take more pictures. One picture.
I never saw my parents. Did they?
Hold up the diploma.
That's my name. That's me. Let's make sure it's not empty.
Can we go take a picture of Kim and a hug with Kim?
Anthony!
Holler, Kim, baby. Can I holler?
Hey, wait a minute. I want to be in the picture.
Me and Mike.
Okay.
This is Dan and his mother.
One get on each side.
Some people. They're going to the reception.
This is Matt. Close up of Matt.
That's
Okay.